Good morning to you, good morning to you. We're all in our places with sun shining faces. Oh, this is the way to have a good day. Hello, my sweet students, and welcome to another music class. I hope you had a great week. I hope you are ready to sing and groove and make music with me. We have a great class planned, we have a special little holiday song, and we have a very, very special listening for today for our composer of the month, in addition to some new rhythm and of course our scales, which we are going to get to right now. Let's do it. Okay, so we're going to sing through our two scales, our two arpeggios, and our two triads. So scale, triad, arpeggio. Okay? Starting with do. Show me those perfect hand signs. 1, 2, ready, go. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Excellent. Now your major triad. 1, 2, ready, go. Do, mi, sol, mi, do. Beautiful. Now your major arpeggio. 1, 2, ready, go. Do, mi, sol, mi, do. Beautiful. Now we change to la, and we're singing through our minor scale. La. 1, 2, ready, go. La, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do, ti, la. Beautiful. Now our minor triad. 1, 2, ready, go. La, do, mi, do, la. Nice. And then we add our top la for our minor arpeggio. Last one. Make it count. 1, 2, ready, go. La, do, mi, la, mi, do, la. Very nice, you guys. All right, let's check out our song for this week. Okay, so today we have another holiday song to sing together, but there are a bunch of different holidays that people celebrate during the month of December. So today our holiday song is going to be a Hanukkah song. And Hanukkah is a celebration that takes place in the Jewish culture or the Jewish religion, and it is a holiday that takes place for 8 days during the month of December usually. This month, Hanukkah starts on December 10th, which is the Thursday of this week, so it's the perfect week for us to sing it, and then it'll last for 8 days after that. So the story, very simply put, from someone who is not necessarily a Hanukkah celebrator, is that ages ago, there were these people who were trapped inside their home, and they didn't think they had enough oil to heat their home for very much longer. They thought they only had enough oil for one more night, but miraculously, the oil lasted them for 8 nights, and that is why Hanukkah is 8 nights long. So every day during the celebration of Hanukkah, a candle is lit on something called a menorah, which you will see in our slides when we sing our song. And a gift is exchanged on every single night of Hanukkah. So those are kind of the basics of it. You're going to learn so much more about it through the song we're about to sing. Let's take a look. Okay, so here is our first set of lyrics. If you look in the top left corner of your screen, you will see what I was talking about with that menorah. There are 9 candles there. The first one is lit, and then it is used to light one for each night during the time of Hanukkah. So let's take a look at this song. I think it's so much fun to sing. Hanukkah, Hanukkah, festival of lights, candles glow in a row, 7 days, 8 nights, Hanukkah, Hanukkah, make your dreidel spin, round and round, round and round, everyone join in. Very nice job. So, a dreidel might not be a word that you recognize. It's like a little top. You can see it on the right-hand corner of your lyric sheet. It's a little top that you spin, and if you land on the right one, you get chocolate candy that looks like gold. So, let's try this set of lyrics from the top, and then we'll move on. 1, 2, ready, go. Hanukkah, Hanukkah, festival of lights, candles glow in a row, 7 days, 8 nights. Hanukkah, Hanukkah, make your dreidel spin, round and round, round and round, everyone join in. Nice job, you guys. So, we have the same melody on our next set of lyrics, but a new set of words, more Hanukkah stuff for us, okay? So let's try this one now. Hanukkah, Hanukkah, what a merry time, cakes to eat, what a treat. See the faces shine, Hanukkah, Hanukkah, sing and dance this way, round and round, round and round, happy holiday. All right, nice, you guys. I love this melody. I think it's so cheery and upbeat and holiday-ish. So let's try this set of lyrics, and then I think we'll be ready to put it all together with our piano. 1, 2, ready, go. Hanukkah, Hanukkah, what a merry time, cakes to eat, what a treat, see the faces shine, Hanukkah, Hanukkah, sing and dance this way, round and round, round and round, happy holiday. Nice job, you guys. All right, let's really perform it. All right, big smiles, you guys. Show me your most beautiful singing. 1, 2, ready, go. Hanukkah, Hanukkah, festival of lights, candles glow in a row, 7 days, 8 nights. Hanukkah, Hanukkah, make your dreidel spin, round and round, round and round, everyone join in. Hanukkah, Hanukkah, Nice job, you guys. All right, I hope you enjoyed this little Hanukkah mini lesson, and I hope you enjoyed the song. Let's move on to our rhythm for today. Okay, so as usual, we are starting with our rhythms that we already know. So we've got our quarter note, which gets 1 beat each. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got our half note that gets 2 beats each. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got our dotted half note that gets 3 beats each, so you have to add a quarter note if you want to use it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we've got our whole note, which gets 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very nice. So, my friends, you have been doing so well on your rhythms. You are such super rhythm students. So today, we are going to add a new rhythm. So this is our new rhythm, and it kind of looks like a quarter note with a little tail. And it is called our 8th note. And our 8th note gets half a beat. So, you are maybe going to see the 8th note like this every once in a while, but way more often you are going to see the 8th note looking like this. This is what 2 8th notes look like together. So that tail becomes a bridge that connects these 2 8th notes. And our 2 8th notes make up 1 beat. So each 8th note is half a beat. 2 8th notes together is 1 beat. So think about it this way. This is a piece of chocolate. This is 1 beat. These are 8th notes. Together, 2 of them make up a beat. 8th note, 8th note. Join forces to make 1 whole beat. I'm sorry I can't give you any chocolate through the screen to enjoy yourself, but you wouldn't like this anyway. It is the darkest chocolate you can get at the supermarket. So let's move on. So another way to think about it is 2 8th notes would be the same amount of music as 1 quarter note. 2 8th notes get 1 beat, 1 quarter note gets 1 beat. So if we look at it at our rhythm pyramid, we haven't done this in a little bit, you've got your whole note at the very top. That's your biggest note. It gets 4 beats, right? And after that, the next biggest note that doesn't have a dot is your half note. And your half note gets 2 beats. So you can think about it like 2 half notes make up 1 whole note. Moving on from there, the next lowest note you have is your quarter note. And your quarter note gets 1 beat. So if I have 1 quarter note, 1 quarter note, together, that is the same amount of beats as 1 half note. And if I have 2 half notes, that is the same amount of beats as 1 whole note. So we keep on going down the line evenly. So last but certainly not least is our brand new note, our 8th note. So you can see them here. 2 8th notes equals 1 quarter note. 2 quarter notes equals 1 half note, and 2 half notes equals 1 whole note. Another thing, the reason that it is called an 8th note is because one of them takes up an 8th of a measure. So, speaking very simply, that means that you would need 8 8th notes to take up a whole measure. So the question I usually get after we learn about our 8th notes is how we are going to clap them on our 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we're going to need to do something a little different. So let's take a look at what we would do if we had just a whole measure of 8th notes, something that looked like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 8th notes. Well, it would look something like this. See those little pluses? Whenever you see a plus, you are going to say and. It'll sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Simple. Can you try that with me? 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Very nice, and that is all there is to it. When you see 2 eighth notes, in order to have them represent one beat, you have to use something to clap the second eighth note, and that's our and, 1 and. So if there is an eighth note in the first position, that's going to be the number of the beat, and if there is an eighth note in the second position, that's going to be an and. The easiest way to get to know your eighth notes is to just go straight into it. It's going to make our rhythm so much more fun and lively. I'm really excited that we've reached this step. So we are about to take a look at a new rhythm, and it's got lots of eighth notes in it. And maybe the rhythm might even seem a little bit familiar to it. So as you're clapping it out, see if maybe you can recognize it. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, so here is our rhythm. And we are actually going to do something very similar throughout the whole thing. So there's really only going to be 2 different measures of rhythm that we're going to be repeating. So, just like usual, because it's all very new for you guys, we are going to clap it measure by measure. So I'll clap one measure, you clap it back to me, so on and so forth until we reach the end of a line, and then we'll clap it all together. All right? Here's the first one. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Nice job. Okay, so let's try that whole first line, okay? 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Nice job, you guys. I actually think the hardest part of the whole rhythm is not the eighth notes, but the half notes, because you kind of have to slow down to make sure you don't clap right on through it, that you hold it for those 2 beats. So keep that in mind as we look at our second line. Here's the first measure of our second line of music. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Nice job, you guys. So let's try that whole second line together. Ready? 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. All right, you guys are eighth note pros by now. Let's try it from the very beginning, and just remember to hold on through those half notes. I think that is the hardest part by far. All right, 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. All right, very nice, you guys. And today we're not going to be doing any sight reading with our melody of this piece, so I think we have time to do it one more time, just a little bit faster, okay? 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Oh, that is just so much fun. I kind of want to do it just a hair faster. So maybe it won't be your best run through of it, but challenge yourself. See if you can do it just a hair faster with me, okay? 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. All right, very nice, you guys. So this brings me to my very last question of our rhythm section. Do you recognize this rhythm? You should. Maybe if I sing it through to you on its melody, you might recognize it a little bit more. I'm gonna do it on the solfege. Okay, 1, 2, ready, go. So, mi, so, mi, so, do, ti, la. Fa, re, fa, re, fa, ti, la, so. So, mi, so, do, ti, la. Ti, 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 so, la, ti, do. Do you have it now? I bet some of you do. So this is our Hanukkah song that we just sang together. So this is the rhythm that you guys were singing. So eighth notes have been with you all along. You just didn't know it yet, and now you do. So bringing eighth notes into our lessons allows for more of this kind of thing, this guess that tune, which I hope that we can do a lot more in the future because it's lots of fun. All right, wonderful job, my friends. I'm so excited that you learned something new about your rhythms today. And it's now time for my favorite part of the class, our Composer of the Month. Okay, so this month, the month of December, we have been learning about Sergei Prokofiev. He lived from 1891 to 1953, which is 61 years for him. He is a wonderful composer. He is Russian, from the country Russia, and because most of his work took place in the 1900s, he is a modern era composer. And as we learned last week, he was an excellent piano player from a very young age, and that's how he first became famous as a piano player and a composer of piano music. Another fun fact about him is that he lived and worked in the United States for 5 years. So he traveled by boat to San Francisco and continued to work in the United States for a few years after that. Another very important fact about him that's going to be extra important today is that he wrote 9 ballets. So that means he did the music, he composed the music that you hear as the dancers are dancing. So he was a very, very frequent ballet composer. And we are going to be listening to an excerpt from one of those ballets today. Prokofiev's compositions, but some of my favorites are his ballets. So I'm so excited that today we have an opportunity to listen to that. Ballet is a type of dance that is very graceful and precise. And we are going to have an opportunity to also watch the ballet be performed while we're listening to the music. So it's going to be a great time. This ballet is called Romeo and Juliet, and it's based off of the play Romeo and Juliet, which is a really old and very, very famous story. I bet all of you are going to have to read it during your education at some point, probably in high school. So consider this good practice. Very simply, the plot is that there are two teenagers, Romeo and Juliet, who fall in love, and they are from families who don't like each other, and then things kind of go from there, and things might not end happily for them. That's all I'll say. But this part of the ballet and the story is when Juliet is at a ball and she is dancing with someone, and then all of a sudden she sees Romeo and everything changes. So we are going to take a look at that scene and we're going to learn a little bit more about it on this next slide. Okay, so the piece that we're going to be listening to from our Romeo and Juliet ballet is called Dance of the Nights. And it's really cool. It's a really, really fun piece of music. You are going to see the dancers dancing to it as well. And there's going to be two different sections of this dance. There's going to be one that's called a pas de deux, which is French for a dance of two. So that's going to be two dancers dancing together. It's very, very beautiful and impressive. And then it's going to be the group scene. So what's going to be happening is you're going to see Juliet dancing with someone, and then she's going to see Romeo, and the group is going to come in to kind of separate them, because remember, their families don't like each other. And it's really, really interesting how the two different sections, the two dancers and the group, have different music. So during the dance of two, you are going to hear a lot of instruments being featured from the wind section. So that's your flute, your clarinet, your oboe, your bassoon. And then when the group comes in, you're going to hear instruments primarily from the brass section of the orchestra. So that would be your horns, your trumpets, your trombones. And this music is going to sound a little bit dangerous, like something bad might happen. Because remember, I told you that this story doesn't necessarily have a happy ending. Another really interesting piece of this music we're about to listen to is when you hear the group come in, it's going to be a saxophone that is playing a little solo. And it was very unusual during this time of music to have saxophones, especially ones that are so heavily featured in this type of piece. So there's a lot of interesting choices artistically happening in this piece, and I can't wait for you guys to hear it. All right, so everybody in this story, in this ballet, is going to be danced in these kind of old-fashioned fancy dresses because this is a story from the 1600s. So I just wanted you to be ready for that. And the other thing I wanted to say is our beautiful Juliet ballerina is going to be doing something where she has very special shoes on, and she is going to do something called going on point, where if this is her foot, and this is the ground, she's going to go on her very top of her toes. And I just wanted to let you guys know that she's trained for a really, really long time to be able to do that, and she's wearing really, really special, expensive shoes to be able to have the support necessary to do that. So this is my general, overall, don't try this at home warning. All right, without further ado, Dance of the Nights. All right, what a fun ending. So dramatic, right? I love ballet. I think there is nothing quite like it. It is so beautiful and fun to watch. And I hope this provided a little introduction to some of you who may not have experienced it before. All right, my wonderful students, you had such a busy class today and you did so well. I'm so proud of all of you, and I can't wait to see you again next week. There's just one more thing I want to talk about. Next week, usually the week before our holiday break, we have a sing-along where I let you guys choose some of the songs that we're going to sing that day. And because they're songs that we all know pretty well, we don't have to learn them beforehand, we just kind of go into singing them. And I want to give you guys the same opportunity this year because I think it's one of the most fun classes we have. So, teachers, if you're listening, if there's any songs that your class loves to sing, Christmas-wise, holiday-wise, please let me know. Or if there's any students listening from a distance, I'll leave my email address up again. And anything that gets enough popularity, I'll try and incorporate into our class next week. All right. Thank you so much for another wonderful class. Have a wonderful week. Let's say goodbye by singing through our goodbye song. Alligator, after a while crocodile, bye-bye butterfly, I'll see you again next time. See you later, alligator, after a while crocodile, bye-bye butterfly, I'll see you again next time. I'll see